So the problem with this belief is everybody's getting taken care of except the husband. He gets neglected. He goes out, he works the hardest, he pays the bill, he provides, he take care of the children, he take care of you, he take care of things in the house, and he take care of things outside of the house. But for some reason, he has to be put last. So then the problem come in where when he finds a side chick or somebody else who put him first and make him feel like what he's doing is worth something, then the wife decides to leave him. So now the family still ends up in trauma, all because of what? Something to do with the husband. This is reason why many have divorces, because the husband feels like he's put last. For some reason, we tend to think men are supposed to be these big machine robots that provide for the kids, provide for the wife, mentally, physically, emotionally, and then they should just supposed to be okay at the end of the day with just being put behind everybody, when essentially they are human beings. They have feelings, they have emotions, they have wants, they have needs, they have desires, they have compassion, they have all of these things that needs to be dealt with. They have these things that needs to be considered as well. I see people in the comments complaining about, oh, well, if your husband come home, you gonna fix him a plate first. Yes, them kids, okay, they been upstairs playing the game all day. They ain't doing nothing. They ain't working. They ain't paying no bills. He can eat and he gonna get the biggest plate because he busts his tail. At least mine's does. He busts his tail. He worked day in and day out just to provide. So let alone, what's the problem with me putting him first? Because if he's mentally unstable, then the weight is put back on the wife, and the children bear that weight, because a lot of the times women are emotional, and what they feel inside they display outside. Even when he is injured, that burden goes back on me, back on the wife, and it goes back on the children, because now I'm having to take care of you and them, and I'm gonna have to find a way to provide until the meantime. When you can just take care of your man, you can just get him the food, you can wash his clothes, you can do I had a hiccup, everything that you need, and he will provide. He will take care of the bills. He'll take care of the kids. He'll take care of things that need to be done around the house. He'll take care of the things that need to be done outside of the house. All you have to do is simply place him as a priority. With your husband being priority, everything else will fall in place.
Okay, I've talked about this before when I did a video about a month, 2 months ago, whatever it was, that some people was doing street interviews and asking guys who come first, wife, daughter, or mom. Some people said mom, some people said daughter. I think only one person said the wife. Now, I get where this lady is coming from. I think, me personally, I probably need to break down my decision a little bit more. I said my daughter, my wife, then my mom. And I'm still saying by that order. My daughter's gonna always come first. Now, let me put it like this here. My daughter's a little bit older, a little bit. She's 14 years old. Now, what's most important to her? Her friends, hanging out, enjoying life, having fun, no responsibility. Her parents are not important to her. Let's just be real, be honest. She's living her own life, doing her own thing. See what I'm saying? Now, I get what this lady is saying. The kids could eat before dad gets home. You know what I'm saying? You don't always have to eat as a family. I know that's the best thing to do, and you should be doing that. But the kids can eat before dad gets home. So, with that being said, if she wants to say her husband, her kids, then her kids, I'm not saying that's right. I'm not saying that's wrong. Everybody has their viewpoints and has their reasons why. But I will say this here. That is the natural order of things. God do say that's the natural order. Your spouse, then your kids if you have some, blah, blah, blah. Only reason why I say kids first is because your kids are going to come to you for everything. Going to come for you for your attention. They need to learn things. They need to know how to do this. Like my daughter asks me all the time, Dad, how do I do this? Dad, I got this going on, blah, blah, blah. She'll talk to me about whatever. Sometimes she'll talk to me, sometimes she won't. You know how it is when you was a kid. You didn't go to your parents for everything. So, you went to your parents for the most important thing. You know what I'm saying? But be that as it may, what I'm trying to say is this. I'm not saying she's right. I'm not saying she's wrong. All I'm saying is, whatever your situation is, think it through, not with emotions. Try to think with logic, because I know women have a hard time thinking with logic. It's easier for them to think with their emotions and their feelings. But think it through, because I will say this here. If you make a wrong choice, it could come back and backfire on you. Now, me personally, of course, my daughter is a little bit older. She's doing things herself. She knows how to go in the kitchen and cook her a little something to eat if she wants to. She knows she has a house key. She can go out and play with her friends, come back home. You know what I'm saying? She stays in her room, just like teenagers do. You see what I'm saying? So now I put my wife more first than my daughter. And I know the way I said that, it sounds crazy. But hear me out. Like I said, when my daughter was younger, of course my daughter came first, because like they always say, once you have kids, the attention go all to the kids. It's no longer about you, it's about the kids. I'm pretty sure everybody's heard that before. Now that my daughter is older and doing things for herself, she don't need me as much. She need me more for advice than anything now. So of course, now my wife comes back to being first. If that makes sense on how I'm wording it. Y'all let me know in the comments what y'all think. I understand what this lady is saying, and I'm not saying she's right or she's wrong. She has a reasoning, and it is what it is. All I'm saying to everybody is this. Think about why you making these reasons, because it might come back and backfire on you one day.